Yeah, I mean, it was a big reason why we went to Europe. You know, why it was important for us to do that. This point, this younger group, just for the bonding purposes, and to learn so much about who we are and what we have. So yeah, I mean, I think that was really important. And now we can do it again. You know, so we just did a 12-day road trip when we did Europe. Now we'll do another 12-day road trip as we go to the East Coast. And these matches will count a little bit more than the ones we did in Europe. So. I think past weekend was really good because we got to see some of the things that we need to improve upon, you know, that we have really been working hard on this week in practice. Hopefully we see some of that come to fruition for us in our next few matches. But just to play against some really tough competition on the road in hostile environments. Pittsburgh and Penn State, I'm sure, will be sold out or close to. And all three of them are going to be in the top 10 this next week, along with us. So really important for us, and just continue to learn and grow and see who we have.
What's the mindset around scheduling really aggressively in the non-conference?
I mean, for us, it's you don't ever want to get used to being rewarded for something that isn't good. You know, because in our conference, it'll come back to bite you. Everybody is so good in our conference. I mean, I think all 12 teams could make the tournament. They're within the top 64 teams in the country. So you never get a night off. You never get the chance to, not be fully prepared or fully invested and be successful. That's just not going to happen in our conference. So then I don't want to prepare them for that. I want to prepare them for what the Pac-12 is going to represent. I want to prepare them for what the playoffs is going to represent, and that's always a really good team. So they need to learn every time that we play that, hey, you have to be ready to go every day. And so, you're going to take some lumps because of that. If it was just all about winning, yeah, we could schedule to win more games, But if it's about winning in the end, which is what it's about for us, again, we lost 11 matches last year. It's a lot of losses. But we were playing our best volleyball at the end, and we had a chance to make a Final Four, and we had all those things, and that's what we're trying to do. So it's going to be a little bit of a roller coaster, especially with the younger group. You're going to expect some of the highs and lows, but we're trying to show them that this is how we conduct business, and this is what we're trying to do.
You mentioned hostile environments. Yeah. How do you prepare them for that?
Yeah, I try to be hostile. I don't know. There really is. It's honest, there is no great way. Right. I mean, there's no way I can simulate having 5,000 people in our practice. I just can't do that. So the ones that returned, they just had that with Minnesota, and they've had, we've been in those situations. For the brand new kids, yeah, I mean, they don't know what that's like. They've never been in that type of situation before, so they're going to learn. And so now they're going to see what that's about. And that's the other reason why we need to go play these teams on the road, is because in the playoffs, you're going to have to win these matches if you want to continue on. So, I mean, I think it's important for us as a coaches to provide pressure. To see how they react to that, and I think we've done a good job of that this week, trying to provide the best competition in practice. I actually went out and played yesterday against them, just trying to step up the game a little bit, just and try and talk some stuff to them and see how they react to that, and all those things, just trying to teach them how to tough it up, and be able to adjust to those environments. So.
Does it help or hurt to have that kind of additional week to prepare rather than just go right into it?
I mean, I think it's been really helpful for us. Again, because we did Europe, we were able to see quite a bit, and then now they see what a live fall match is like last weekend. And we were really able to see, okay, we're really weak in this area. Our blocking, I thought, was atrocious last weekend, just from a technical standpoint. So we really were able to focus on that. Looked much better today, this morning in practice. So things like that where we can kind of go back to the drawing board a little bit and refresh. Most teams don't get to do that because you're preparing for that match that you have this weekend. So, yeah, I think that was huge. And generally, it's like Christmas morning that first weekend. You're just really excited for the anticipation of everything. And then you kind of get through it, and then everybody is able to take a deep breath. And now you get a chance to teach them again. So I think it is a nice schedule for that.
Now you guys did have that first weekend and you guys were successful. What does that do, especially for that young group? Because there are so many young girls. What does that kind of do for confidence?
Yeah, I think it's nice to gain experience and still get success. That is nice. We've been starting with the Vert Challenge the last 4 years, which is either Texas, Nebraska, or Florida. So you're tested right away at the highest level. So that has been difficult to kind of just deal with the emotions of that, of getting out there and maybe just getting beat up your very first weekend. So I think, we were able to learn, we were able to win, but ultimately show them that, hey, if you don't improve on this, you're not going to beat the next teams that you're playing, right? So hopefully able to learn lessons without having devastating consequences.
How big of a role for the seniors is it for the younger players for them to kind of take the load and go out there in a hostile environment, especially since, like you said, none of these younger players have been in environments like these before?
Yeah, I mean, I think Ronica and Willow and Bergnoneville are, the ones that have all played in this atmosphere. They're very excited. Like when I ask them, are they ready? Those ones are like, yeah, can't wait. Like that's what they're ready for. And then everybody else is unsure, So I think it's going to be very important for those three to be steady right away, to try and just calm everybody's nerves. Maybe they need to score a few extra points or make a couple extra plays early on to balance everybody out, and then just keep being a great example. So then the other ones can really learn as they go, because they don't know what they don't know yet. And so they're going to have to get in it. They're going to have to make some mistakes. It's part of it. It's part of growing. But hopefully the older people can just help steady them out and still give us a chance to be successful.
I think Minnesota is the second game on that road trip.
Yeah.
The older girls like Ronica and Willa kind of itching to get to that Minnesota game given last season.
I mean, I would assume that they're itching more to face us than we're facing, us to face them. But we're just excited to play all top competition, to be honest with you. Like Pitt, we're really excited for Pitt. Happy we added that match to our schedule. Then we're excited to play Minnesota and Penn. I mean, really, any chance we get to go get in a fight, we're excited about. And I would assume that Minnesota is going to be a fight, and there might be some hurt feelings there. But Ronica has done really well with them. She wants to continue to do so.
And no disrespect, obviously, to BC or UC Irvine, but would you characterize these next ones as the true kind of early litmus test to see where you guys are at? Or?
I mean, I think they're all tests, and so you hope you just continue to grow. I think from a competition standpoint, yeah, I mean, that's why these three are ranked in the top 10, right? Is because they're ranked higher than those other teams that we played. So we'll see kind of where we stack up against some of the top 10 teams in the country. We're ranked number 9 right now. I've said this before. I'm not sure we're a number 9 team in the country right now. I do think potentially we can be by the end of the year if we continue to grow, and but that's what these three teams are trying to do for us right now. Is they're trying to teach us this is how we're going to have to prepare and act and execute if we want to be successful in these types of matches.
You guys traveling obviously to State College. What do you see out of Penn State early? Have you had a chance to look at them yet?
Yeah, so we played them last year, and similar to last year, their two middles are so dominant, and right now they're just feeding every ball to them. They're setting them so much, and they're very successful. They're two monsters. I mean, they're well above the net. Their heads are above the net every time, and I think their ball control is good. Their setter does a really nice job. And yeah, their two middles are special. So I think some of the things that they're doing as far as pushing the offense so much to the middle is different than a lot of teams are going to play, and how well they're doing at that. So definitely presents a unique challenge.